Well, we're doing something a little bit different today with audio because we've got JT coming over, um, and we're going to record the bottom five and top five for next week this morning. And so we're going to use this thing. Pop, pop, pop.
Don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't do
ASMR.
Just stop. It's not ASMR. It's weird. Just stop.
Well, speaking of ASMR, you're gonna hear a lot of background noise because apparently our 6.5, maybe 7 pound cat sounds like a freaking freight train whenever it runs across the floor, and he's loose and a little bit crazy this morning. So it's not the dog. The dog's right over here. It's not the other cat because the other cat is light on its feet. You can barely hear him run, let alone pounce on something. But the little tiny kitten sounds like a freaking wrecking ball. Literally. So that's what's going on. We're using the Yeti today. So there will be some of this. No, there will be none of that anymore. But
Hi.
there we go. See? We can do that. And
You can hear us. If you can't,
you can hear us. If you can't, the audio is
just
gonna
watch
be
us for
different.
your pleasure of it.
I'm making a much ado about nothing, really. But we're gonna be here, and we're gonna be doing that. ASMR busy. Blake says he has been. Victoria is here. Victoria is up too early.
Yeah, because they're an hour behind us in Alaska.
They're an hour behind, so it's 7:32
Yes.
in Alaska. That's not bad. We were up earlier than that this morning. We actually had.
I was up earlier.
I believe we both were.
We were.
We were both up earlier than that this morning. We had to have. Aiden had football practice today at 8. 8 o'clock in the morning for football practice on a Saturday. These people are crazy.
We also drove by the soccer field.
And people were already at 7:30 in the morning. They were already at the little foot sale court. No, it's not foot sale. It's a small. I don't know what they call it. It's a small. It's almost like an indoor football court, like soccer court, indoor
football.
soccer football court. But it only has fences around it. It doesn't have like a wall where you can pass it off to yourself and stuff like that, like indoor soccer does. But it's outside. I don't know what they call it. I don't think it's futsal. Futsal is like where you kick it over a net, I think. And there's only like 2 or 3 people on each team. I don't know. I don't remember either.
School has started here.
Oh my god.
So not only is it football, it's the first week of school. Let's go.
It's everything. Well, I'm not. See, here's the thing. I used to be a teacher. I taught for I want to say 13 years. About 12 to 13 years. And I understand the dread that a new school year is starting. At least for secondary teachers. There was a low key dread.
Oh yeah, for elementary teachers too.
But there was also a lot of excitement. There was also a lot of, because you don't you definitely don't teach for the money. Well, private school teachers, you don't teach. Public school, people talk about how low public school teachers are paid. You work for a small private school, you get paid less, like considerably less than public school teachers get paid.
It depends on the school.
It does. It does.
The private school I worked at in Woodinville, Washington, paid their teachers really well.
Okay, where was that?
Woodinville.
Oh, Woodinville, Washington. You almost have to say it with your pinky out.
It is
Woodinville. Woodinville.
Chateau Saint Michel Winery Capital.
Salty, shame a child. We pay our teachers considerably well, thank you very much.
That's Wooden Belt. They paid great.
So yeah, I mean, I work for
but...
privates. I work for smaller Christian private schools, throughout the entirety of my 12, 13 years of teaching. So I'm a, that's a microcosmic look. But from talking to other teachers, generally speaking, private school teachers get paid less than public school
teachers.
Right,
and I get that, but we were talking about the dread of the school year, not about the pay.
Well, no, what I was doing is that there was a lot of excitement. You don't do it for the pay.
We don't do it for the money, yes.
You don't do it for the money. You do it because you enjoy it. You do it because you love the kids. You love teaching, blah, 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 blah. There's all those other reasons. So there's all of that packed into it, but there was a low-key level of dread.
Oh, yeah.
Like, well, I just had a great summer vacation.
Right.
If you get a summer vacation.
Some of us don't.
Preschool teachers don't.
Some of us don't.
Because preschools turn into daycares over the summer, and there's no stoppage unless you have, vacation time that you can take. Anyway, so there's that. Blake says he has a parking lot for a doctor's office next to my house. Yesterday, they were doing road construction and set off all the car alarms.
Hello.
That's fun. That's fun. I'm sure the construction workers enjoyed that. They probably thought it was funny as well. Micah is here. What's up, Micah? Good to see you. Has school started in
Wenatchee? That's what I was talking about.
Yes.
We're in school.
It has begun.
Both of the, high schoolers, really.
Insert scene from The Two Towers. So it begins. Because that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Because already, the band director for Dante's school has already begun. You don't need to know anything. You don't need to know about anything until 2 hours before we're supposed to do it. So I'm going to send out an email 2 hours before an event. What was the event?
Band
uniform fittings. Like, what if we were planning on going away for Labor Day weekend and we were just going to pick up Dante and head on out of town? Are we going to turn around and come back for band uniform fittings? We would have had to. It's like, this is important. And they have a calendar. This is not against Dante, by the way. This is not a rant against Dante. Although, low-key, they did tell him
the day before. But
still, that's a day, less than 24 hours notice for a pretty major event. Crickets.
Okay, that being said, our boys go to two different schools, two different school districts, for two different reasons.
Yep. Well, kind of the same reason, just for two different things.
Right. They both have a passion.
Yep.
One has a passion for sports. One has a passion for music.
Yep.
The one that has a passion for music goes to the school that is one of the best in the state musically. And the one that has a passion for sports and athletics is going to one of the best in the state for athletics.
Yeah.
That being said, the one that is known for its great band, win prizes, and its nationally recognized mariachi band, and all of this, their communication between band and parents and kids is so terrible. Is so terrible. The football team has great communication.
Yeah.
They have a calendar. They have a list. They have websites. They have information. They have all this stuff. All of it. The band is literally like nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yep.
Nothing.
Yep. And that's the one thing, and that's what I want to make. It has nothing to do with, really nothing to do with Dante. It has really nothing to do with anything other than the fact that the adults running the band could not communicate themselves out of a wet paper bag.
I mean, really.
It's horrible.
So
and this has been going on for 3 years.
Yeah.
Dante is a junior,
Dante's, yeah.
and
we
it's
had
been going on. So it's like...
Yeah. It's so much that the band and the color guard work together. Mm-hmm. Like, they're in the same shows. They're doing the same music. They work together. And the lack of communication is not just apparent. Because last week... Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? At band camp or something, they have night practice. And the band director told the band kids, hey, I'm going to cancel night practice tonight. They didn't tell the color guard, who is standing out on the same field that they should have been on, waiting for the band to come back.
Well, they don't always practice together, and they use night practices to start...
Practice together.
To start calibrating the color guard's performance with the band music, and that's the only time they have to practice. And so when you cancel night practice
and not tell the color guard,
like they
didn't even tell the coaches.
The color guard shows up at the field, and it's empty.
Yep.
And they start calling, "Hey, where is everybody?"
Yeah.
And so the coaches.
And how they found out it was canceled is Dante had told me it was canceled when I saw the post from the color guard saying, where is everybody? We need parents to pick up their kids. I responded and said, Dante told me color band is canceled.
And she has no connection to color guard anymore because Daphne's gone on to college.
I messaged the coach directly and said they canceled it.
Guys.
He's like, why wouldn't they tell me?
I know. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, we got to get back on track here. Sorry. Enough about our crazies.
No, that's crazy stuff, yeah. Let's see here. Dinner break during some Frosthaven. Hello there. Hello there, Terrier Halo. Dinner break during Frosthaven is a
game.
Overrated. I'm sorry. Did I say I'm sorry? Oh my gosh. No, it's a big game. It's convoluted.
It's a big
It's convoluted and it's over. I mean, why does that keep coming out of my mouth? Overrated. I mean, Frosthaven is over. I can't stop myself. Anyway, I have never played Frosthaven. I've only played Gloomhaven. So.
Hey, let's go to the zoo this weekend. We can go on Monday.
Not gonna happen. And my mom is a lunch lady. Yes, you've told us that many times before, Blake. At a private school they started last Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wow, they started the private school last Wednesday? They just started a new private school last Wednesday.
That's not what he said. She works at a private school, they started last Wednesday.
I'm giving Blake a hard time. That's all I'm doing.
I know you are. I also
in Tacoma, the preschools don't turn into daycare. That tends to be a private school thing, not public school. Well, of course. And she does work for a private preschool.
Yeah.
Terrier Halo says, I am not a teacher. If kids were more like dogs, I might consider it.
I mean, that's valid.
Well, I mean, if you really think about it, that was disgusting, but God bless you.
I didn't.
Wipe your hands
off. I had to oil wipe my hands. I would close my mouth. There was nothing that came out.
But if you think about it, kids are kind of like dogs. The bad ones bite other people. And if you train them well, they're pretty good. But if you don't train them well, they turn out pretty bad. So, in many ways, kids are similar to dogs in some ways.
Sure. I'm happy to see you when you come in the door.
So Terrier Halo asks, what if the band was Sabaton and he gets a mohawk and sunglasses? Would you turn around for that? Oh, we would have turned around for the other thing as well. but we would have given the band director an earful, and we still probably should, but it
doesn't matter.
Like it'll do any good anyway.
He's been doing this for years. This is the first year we've had a calendar.
Wow. And he's been doing it for like 30 or 40 years.
But he still didn't put the band uniform fittings on the calendar.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He also put on the calendar that there's going to be night practice on Monday.
Right.
Which is a holiday.
Right.
And that's not happening.
And Dante said there is no night practice because it's a holiday. I'm like, but it's on the calendar.
So what good does a calendar do if it's incorrect, inaccurate?
But he has a calendar. It's the first year he's done that.
In Tacoma, Blake says, the Point Defiance Zoo has a high school at it.
Yeah, that's cool.
What have you played lately? I fell in love with A Gentle Rain. Played it quite a bit solo. I've never played a Gentle Rain. What have we been playing lately? What have you been playing lately? You haven't played a whole lot of games lately. I haven't
played like much at all.
Yeah.
I played No. Nope.
Cornhole is not.
No, I know. Crokinole. I've played crokinole on the dining room table as I sit there. More often than not, I'm sitting there by myself. But I'm practicing. Sam watched like the crokinole championships and showed me.
I did. This is a game that JT and I played yesterday on the live, and if you didn't catch it, you can go back and watch it. But this is a prototype called Beasts and Diplomacy. If you go back to our video that we put up yesterday, there's a link in its description that will take you to the Kickstarter page. It successfully funded, and now they're late pledging for it, so you can go check it out. You can watch our playthrough that we did yesterday, and then you can go look at their stuff. And if you back it, go ahead, cool. If you don't, no skin off my teeth. But I'm not used to having this thing here, so that's one game that I played it yesterday. I played it with the designer a few days ago, and so it's got a solo mode in it that I'm probably gonna try to tackle next week. So we'll see how that goes. But it'll be there. It puts, I don't know exactly how to see, because I've only played it twice, right? So it puts a very kind of a modern, I wouldn't even call it necessarily modern. It puts a different spin on card drafting because and worker placement, because there's a lot of things where, most games when you have worker placement, you take the worker, you put it out there, and it's done. Every once in a while, you can take that person and move it to another space. But this one has a thing where you can relocate a worker, and when you relocate a worker, then you lay them down, they're exhausted. So each of your workers can basically activate 2 different spots throughout the course of the turn, of the round. And that's an interesting thing. I thought it was cool. It's got card drafting, but then when you're playing those cards down, there's a possibility that you're going to be helping your opponents gain more money, because the diplomats that they have drafted are interested in certain kinds of animals. So if you're playing those kinds of animals down into your thing, they're interested in what you're doing. And so it's got some interesting mechanisms, not all of which will be liked by everybody. JT talked about a couple of the things that he didn't like about it yesterday, and we talked more about it afterwards. We're going to play it again, maybe not live, but we're going to play it some more and see how it lands. But JT had a thing yesterday where he somehow messed up, and that just happens during learning games, but he somehow messed up on the very last turn, and it just kind of like decimated his entire tableau, which I still don't I don't know what he did. He must have just misread something, but it had a very cascading effect. And only having played it twice, I have no idea what happened. But It's just an interesting game. I really enjoyed my play with the designer and my play yesterday. I improved on my score from the first time I played it. So there is a learning curve in the game. There's a lot of icons. And there's a lot of how those icons work together and all of that kind of stuff. So I enjoyed it. But we'll see how it goes from here.
Scott Drew says our mic is making his house shake because of all the bass.
Well, I'm all about that bass.
All about it.
No trouble.
All about it.
Sorry. Let's see. David Brownlee is here. Let me scroll back up. I gotta get my cursor over there. So those are the latest two. I also played River Valley Glassworks. We played River Valley Glassworks. We pulled. Fun. Yeah, that's a good game. That's a really good game.
I really like that game.
That's a chill game. You know, it's one of those things where. I mean, it's got a couple of different levels to it. You can play it and just be chill. It's just, I'm just going to take whatever I can take. I'm going to do the best that I can. Right. You can definitely like min-max it where I'm going to only choose these out of the river because those are the ones that I'm going to put back into the river. And then I'm going to try to get those things back. You can kind of filter it that way. And that's more of a strategic way to do it. But you can also just chill play it. And that's what I like about it. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. But you can, if you want to, peel back that simplicity, and there's some deeper mechanisms going on there. So I think it's pretty cool. The three that designed that, Adam Hill, Ben Pinchback, and Matt Riddle, all three of them have also designed very heavy games.
I need a tissue.
Okay, go ahead.
This is itchy. I don't have to turn off my mic. Ha ha.
That's true. But the sensitivity of this mic might pick up all that stuff. You never know. Sam always has to mess with me. If I don't mess with you, Blake, it means that I don't like you. That's what it is. If I don't mess with you, I don't like you. That's not absolutely true, but when I visited England, there've been many trips, but I wouldn't say many. There've been more than a few. And a lot of Englishmen told me that if we treat you nice, it's them speaking. If we treat you nice, that means we don't like you. But if we treat you, if we're rude to you, that means we're comfortable with you and we like you and that kind of thing. So take that for what it's worth, Blake. Let's see. We played Gloomhaven through twice. Once with the expansion, Jaw of the Lion twice. We enjoy our havens. Well, to each their own. David Brownlee is here. What's up, good? What's up, dude? As much as Gloomhaven intimidates me, I do want to try it out. Yeah, well, I mean, you should. You should try all the things. Unless you know for a fact that after watching somebody else play it, you're not going to like it. Then there's that. You can't let kids roam the forest to use up excess energy. You should, but a lot of parents would object.
Here, you want this one?
Oh my goodness! All right, here is who we should really call Thunderpaws. Hey, come here. Why is he wet?
Because my hands were wet. I used him as a towel.
Come here. This is the kitty that loves running.
Go get Sissy.
Throughout the house, thundering on everything. This is Shifu. I don't know. Have we introduced Shifu? Yeah, maybe. This is Shifu, and he was a little tiny thing, but he has begun growing, and we'll see what happens. I don't want you.
No, I'm gonna take him.
There's too many wires in here, Belle.
Yeah, you're too stupid.
He will chew through the wires.
He will chew through the wires. Okay, go. Bye.
Has David played anything interesting lately? Played his first solo game of Realm of Sand, thanks to Sam's inspiration. Also got a couple games of Artistry and Jisogi in.
Ooh, you got your game in.
Mm-hmm. Terrier Halo says you can't let kids roam the forest to use up excess energy. I disagree with that. I think you probably can.
If your forest had a secure fence around
he said
outside.
You should. I think he meant you could.
Yes.
But a lot of parents would object. Yeah, maybe so. That's another game that I did play this week was Realm of Sand. Got that back off the shelf. That was fun. And it was a good solo mode. I don't know that I enjoyed it though. It was a little bit more crunchy than I remember it being. What are you looking at?
I'm not.
Okay. Work has been going good, Blake says, but closing 5 days a week for the past 3 months has been brutal. Ouch. Yeah, I would hate closing shifts as well.
I hate closing shifts, and my preschool closes at 6 p.m. And I hate closing shifts.
Micah said that she has played Realm of Sand, but it was a long time ago, so she doesn't remember. Yeti Mike is making my house shake. All that bass. Hello, Scott. Good to see you. Wow, it jumped down. All right, there we go. I was expecting the all about that bass joke, Blake says.
He gave it to you.
Scott, have you played games lately? David Brownlee says every tap of the table, fingers, or cup is a thunderous boom from the mic.
Oh dear. Can we adjust it down?
Maybe. Or David can just
just push it over there.
No, then they won't be able to hear us.
Oh.
I don't know what the deal is, really.
Oh, there's a person we know in town who asked me at the preschool the other day, which was weird, but anyway, she said, "Are we going to Bilbo Baggins' birthday party?" I was like, "No."
Bilbo Baggins' birthday party?
September 22nd. I guess they're doing a Bilbo Baggins' birthday party at Treasure Trove.
Oh.
Coming in cosplay.
That'll be a no. I'm gonna play around here a little bit and see what happens. But I don't know how much it's going to change. I'm gonna do that. Do that. Does that help at all? Or does that just make us quieter? See, that's the thing. I just think it makes us quieter. I don't think it really does
David
anything.
says put a cushion under the mic so the vibration doesn't carry.
But we've got those good vibrations. No, not those.
I went with the Beach Boys. What did you go with?
Good vibrations.
Oh, I went with
that sweet. I don't know what the word is. So
I went with the Beach Boys.
Yeah, I know. It's okay, so we'll put it over there and we'll see if that works. See if it's any better. It's fine. Maybe it'll make our son get up before noon today. Yeah, that'd be good.
I mean,
Scott says that they played 5 Tribes for the first time the other night. We enjoyed it quite a bit. Yeah, that's not bad. It's a Mancala thing where you're trying to get points from different tiles that you're moving these workers basically around the board. Maybe put a cushion under the mic so the vibration doesn't carry. It's sitting on the playmat, which is a cushion, so I don't know what the deal is. ASMR nose blow.
sorry, I had it on my nose.
That's disgusting. No. I haven't played 5 Tribes, heard a lot about it though. Micah says, have more plays of Journeys in Middle Earth though. We have more plays of Journeys in Middle Earth. Journeys in Middle Earth. Oh, that's the camp. That's a big game. That's not the battle for Middle Earth. Really? Or the duel for Middle Earth. Dave says, heard there's a new Heat expansion coming out next year. What do you think about the 2 expansions so far? I really enjoy both of the expansions for Heat.
Yeah, we like them.
Heat has risen considerably in my estimation, having spent so much time playing through the championship series and playing the 2 expansions and the differences that they bring to the tracks and the different abilities that they give in the new cards that come in it. But I really enjoy the 2 expansions. My thing is that if they continue coming out with expansions, they're going to have to come out with a big box. Because right now, the box that we have for it is about half an inch of lid lift. And all of the spots within the storage solution that comes in the box, it's all full. So much so that Thunderpaws upstairs. Anyway, so much so that if I sleeve all of the cards, which I'm going to do, I don't know that I'm going to be able to fit all of the cards into the base game.
Right.
Because there's that many of them, and adding all of that space for the extra sleeves just is going to push it over the edge, I think. So if they do come out with another expansion, again, I haven't seen the announcement, but they're almost at the point where they need to come out with. I'm not going to say they have to, but they need to, because you can't fit everything in the base box anymore. So, or at least restructure the inside of the base box so that it is more space friendly. But I don't know. Oh, such a sweetheart kitty. No, Shifa is the antithesis of sweetheart. Micah, he looks very cute. You are absolutely correct. He's got beautiful markings. He's got, we thought he was a tabby, but he's not. He's some eccentric Ossicat that has polka dots and stripes and long tails and things around the eyes and all of this other kind of stuff. And he is, I coined the phrase last night, Jerkus Maximus, because he absolutely is. I can't tell you how many times I've seen him attack Max, chomp on Max, rip out a tuft of fur,
Somebody's got to groom Max,
and then go right back in. I've walked out into our living room and there's tufts of Max all over the floor.
Somebody's got to groom Max.
It's like a battlefield that this little orange tabby has to conquer. And he's not a tabby, of course, but anyway, not a sweetheart at all.
He's totally a
he
sweetheart.
He can be very cuddly when he's tired. But if he is up and bouncing around, he does not want to stay still.
It's pretty loud.
And he's still just bouncing around. He will chase his tail like a dog around and around and around and around and around. Anyway, my manager has 4 cats named Steve, Miso, Oreo, and I can't say the name of the 4th on stream. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my, we played last Sunday Inferno, and my head exploded. What a game. I haven't played Inferno, so I can't
know anything about it.
I haven't played 5 Tribes in ages. The AP was so bad. It now intimidates me. Mancala games are challenging for me. I'm the same way. Mancala games, I'm like, I can see a few moves, and the people I'm playing with are like, oh yeah, he should do that. Oh wow, why did I leave him that move? And I'm going, I'm not seeing any of these moves.
That's me and most
That's the last time I played that game. I was literally like, my brain was hurting trying to figure out what I was going to do. And everybody at the table, Z was playing it because it used to be one of Z's favorite games. Z was like, oh yeah, dang, you've got that move. Oh my, I left you that. Oh, ouch, that's gonna hurt. And I'm going, I can't see any of this. And so, yeah, that was the last time I played 5 Tribes, I think, because it's just that, the intimidation factor of I'm not going to see that move or moves that are going to cause me the best, reward, give me the best reward. Back to gaming for me. Catch you later. See you later, Terrio.
So Dave M. Ostia is my favorite Mancala style game right now. Is Ostia considered a Mancala style game because it has that?
It has the harbor circle, and you have to pick up all of your boats from one, and drop, and where you drop last, that's the action that you take. So that's definitely a Mancala mechanism. Yeah, exactly.
I don't love that game.
Crusaders is an easier Mancala game. Try that one. That's true. You like Ostia. You don't like it with the expansion.
I did not like it.
But you did like the base game.
I did like the base game. I wish they were all less than brown. But that's just me being picky.
I'm trying not to pick up more games, not including unfulfilled crowdfunded games. We need to get Ostia back to the table. That's cool. Do sweet cats actually exist, or is that a myth? I'm pretty sure it's a myth.
I had a sweet cat. He was a good cat. My Sammy cat was a good cat.
He's the last one.
He might have been the last one in the
universe.
You've
seen Last of the Mohicans? He was last of the sweet cats.
He was a good cat.
Yep, last of the sweet cats. But yes, they are a myth at this point. They're all evil. And if you find one, put it in a museum.
It belongs in a museum.
Yes. Orange cats are always insane. That comes with being orange, or rather, arachne. That's what he wrote. Orange cats are always insane. That comes with being arachne.
Oragne. Okay.
You could almost see the dyslexia on your face at that point.
I had to look at one and look at the other and look at it letter by letter.
Kim adopted, quote unquote, a stray. That cat is special.
Okay, so my free cat that we got, a little orange cat, orange tabby is what I thought we were getting. I wasn't expecting a $2,500 fancy cat.
Yeah.
But at least he was free. So.
Well, yeah, he was free. We actually looked it up. Austin cats run for like $2,000 to $4,000.
Yeah.
And we were like, no way we were going to pay that much for a cat. And we got it for free because it was dropped off at the veterinary clinic with a whole, I don't know how many were in the litter.
I know at least 2, but I don't know how many.
Anyway, the whole litter was dropped off at the vet, and the vet that they were dropped off with is the parent of one of her kids at school. So they brought the cats in one day to see if anybody wanted to take them, and she saw the Thunderpaw and fell in love with him. And so she asked, can we, and it was definitely one of those, can we keep him? Yes, go ahead, fine.
So it's his fault, he said yes. I expected him to say no, so.
One time, Tom and Z were playing a 2-player game, and someone in chat was like, Z, you could have won 10 turns ago. And I'm pretty sure, I don't remember what game it is, but I remember that. I may have been in the chat at that point, running the thing, but I remember that, and I think Z knew that he could have, and decided not to, just so that they could continue, experiencing the game. And that wouldn't surprise me, because Z's got it up here.
He's a thinker.
The only cat I've met that I haven't been bitten by is my manager. Your manager? Your
manager's cat.
Your manager is a cat?
I mean, it is the other side. People can...
I mean...
There's the Woodby Island guy.
The only cat I've met that I haven't been bitten by is my manager. Your manager is a cat? My goodness, that's...
Well, there's the Woodby Island man.
They're taking people...
Who turned himself to a cat.
Folks in Seattle are taking things...
They said you gotta quit putting your cup down.
That?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that went into the red.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay. You're sitting in front of a bass drum? Okay, so should I just put some rhythm to it? Like that? I don't know. You should listen through a phone so you don't hear anything. My manager is named Cat. So I was right. His manager is a cat. Does she spell it with a C or a K?
He wrote C.
And it's probably, but he put his lowercase c. So again.
I mean, there's that guy on Woodley Island. I've shown you pictures of that guy.
Or the dude that said that he identified as a wolf and tried to go live with a pack of wolves.
Please tell me you guys heard this.
They definitely hear that.
I forgot how to breathe.
They can hear me bopping the thing on the thing.
I literally forgot how to breathe.
There was a dude that was that wanted to identify as a wolf, and so he tried to go live with some wolves
in Colorado.
I think so, and they mauled him.
He tried to assimilate to the pack of wolves. He was wearing.
Yeah, he was a furry.
He was a furry. He was wearing his wolf gear, and he was throwing raw meat out to draw, to let them know he was being friendly.
So he was basically just ringing the dinner bell.
And they rang the dinner bell.
Yep.
And they came after him full force, and he actually... What did he say? It was a quote at the end that was like so amazing. It was, they are not very cosplay friendly, or they were less receptive to... It was something so dumb.
And Blake says, I don't actually know if it's a C or a K. Is that Sammy Davis Jr. use of the word cat? I don't think so. I don't know how... I mean, I know Sammy Davis Jr. Hey, cat. No, he used to do that all the time. But no, usually if a person is named Cat, that is not their name.
Either Katrina,
Catherine.
Right.
It's still Katrina, even if you put a different spin on it. Yeah. You say Katrina or Katarina. Come on.
That's Katarina.
It's the same name. What in the world was that?
Katarina.
Or Katrina.
Katrina.
Two totally different names. Sometimes I wonder why we let people...
I agree.
You know, at the end of the day, people got to make their own decisions, but that's the end of the day. You know, there's a whole day before that, anyway. Her name is Catherine, so it's probably a K, but I've always spelled it with a C. That means you would be wrong if her name is Catherine. But if her name is Catherine with a C, then you would be correct. I was pretty... when I chose Catherine's name, I wanted to be very clear. We did not want anybody calling her Cat. We did not want anybody calling her Kathy. Now it happened. We were not like, thou shalt not. We weren't that way. But we definitely did. We wanted people to call her Catherine because that's the name we gave her, Catherine. But Cat was one of the big no-nos. I did not wanted her to be called Cat. Did not. And just the way it goes. But it still happens. I'm not bouncing it. See?
Stop.
Oh, that's really loud. This is one of the reasons why we don't use it, because I do fidget. I fidget a lot. I'm a fidgeter. So, having something out like this causes a lot of issues that way. But we have to save the lapel mics for when the batteries for when JT comes over. All right. So what else have we been playing?
Okay, we had a fantastic game night last week.
We did. A very
fantastic game night. I played a bunch of games.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. I was bouncing around from table to table.
Well, I know you taught Crokinole a lot. A lot of people were playing Crokinole.
I played. The kids played Foundations of Rome.
Look at what we did. I'm gonna show. We haven't showed them our Crokinole board.
We did get a fancy Crokinole board. We played a lot of games. It was a fantastic game night. It was so nice. We had a super high turnout of people. I think we had almost 40 people. We had like 6 brand new people that have never been before. We played games. I was like flitting back and forth. I was kind of absolutely in my zone. I was the hostess, and I was like, I loved it. It was a really, really good game night. Daphne came home and played games with us, and that was nice. And it was a really stellar game night. Super stellar. Yeah, that was a really fun meet. Daphne came home again this weekend. And because it's a 3-day weekend, and why not? We need a carry in case.
Yeah, we do. They said that they have them in stock again. Just haven't.
Do you want to lay it flat?
Yeah.
And do the upper?
Biggie. I'll put it on the other angle so everybody can see it. So the story about this goes that when I was at Origins this year, working for Game Toppers, we were right across the aisle from Brown Castle. Brown Castle Crokinole Boards is who I ordered this from. And I was like, I was telling one of our guys, that was Scott, I said, I wouldn't mind getting a Crokinole board, but I want it to look like Captain America's shield. And I can't find one that's out there that looks like one. So I'm just not going to do it. And Scott was like, okay. He walks across the aisle and talks to the owners of Brown Castle Games, who are running a Crokinole tournament throughout the entirety of the show. And he comes back a few minutes later. He said, "Oh yeah, they can definitely do that. They can definitely make one to you." And I was like, "I hate you, Scott."
Yes, we're buying a Crokinole board.
And so, here is the Crokinole board.
And
it's much larger, but it definitely looks like Captain America's shield.
Yes, it looks so good.
Definitely looks like Captain America's shield. And we're going to we have some hanging brackets for it. Here are the pucks for the blue side, and then we also have red pucks as well. I don't even know if they're called pucks. I call them pucks because I'm a hockey fan.
I think that's what they said.
Shooters, whatever.
At the tournament you made me watch, I called them shooters.
I didn't make you watch anything.
You made me watch it.
But anyway, that's our Crokinole board. We got it in. We have wall brackets, but they were sold out of the carrying cases. I mean, they had ones that were like for travel, like the travel suitcase hard shell. I'm like, no, I'm not going to be taking this one on the plane. So they said, we'll let you know when the new ones come in. I also need to get the 20-point tubes. The 20
like
tubes.
we're ever going to get a 20-point shot. So
I have
like once. It was an accident.
But the resin carriers come in those things as well. So we're pretty happy. Brown Castle's a great company. They work well with you. They're pretty good at communication and all that good stuff. So, at work, Blake says we have a lot of similar names. We have a Mariah, and Amelia, and Amira, a Lynn, a Lynette, and 2 Ambers. Wow.
Yeah, try teaching preschool.
If you put a hand towel under the mic, it might help. I'm just not going to bounce it in. I put my thing away. Don't worry. I'm also a fidgeter. Blake says I'm that person when you play a card game is shuffling the cards in hand. Yep, Crokinole time. Oh no! Hello. Chapter Chasers Book Club. It has been a minute since I caught a live show. Well, good to have you back.
So glad you're here.
What is that? Love it. Canadian game is Captain America's shield. Yep. That is correct.
Love it.
What a great idea. I want one now. LOL. Call. And you can call Brown Castle Games and just say, hey, I want the same thing that you gave Sam Healy. You could do that. So now is my time to leave. See you later, Micah. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Victoria says, that's awesome. You mentioning game night made me realize that I think I've played less than 10 games since Dice Tower West. Wow!
What?
Oh, Mom Gamer, that's right. I was trying to remember it because I remember you changed your name to that. So totally get it. Thank you, Mom Gamer. Appreciate it. But basically, we'll put this back here. Yeah. We really... And again, it's one of those things... What was that? It's one of those things where, as far as Crokinole is concerned, that it is a fun game. It's just one of those games. It is a game. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not huge into dexterity games, and that's exactly what this is. And so it's like, I don't know, just not good at all. But it is kind of fun. It is kind of fun. And we're totally not playing the actual game here. We're just kind of shooting for the middle. But I need to and I know I don't think you can do this. You have to
No, it says you can flick.
Oh, it does?
It specifically says you can flick.
I love it, especially playing it with my kids.
I'm telling you, I taught this a lot at game night.
Yep. And there was
families.
usually somebody hovering.
Yeah,
a couple of people hovering around the game, even if they weren't, if they get done with the game, they'll pop over to the Crokinole board and shoot around a little bit, and then they'll come back and go into another game.
And it
so
looks
it's a good
pretty,
fixture.
and it was fun. Everybody liked it.
We have these tables in our church atrium that are basically circles just like this, but they're about, I don't know, a foot more in diameter.
Yeah.
So I set it on one of those and then just put the 4 chairs around it, and they're kind of bar height tables. Nice. So it was perfect.
So perfect.
So it was very good. Very good. There's a solo version that I enjoy playing too. I didn't even know there was a solo Crokinole. I don't understand how you can play Crokinole. Crokinole is the game we play with our beer drinking non-gamer friends.
We don't drink beer, but I really like this game. Yeah. It was just, first off, the board is beautiful. Sam bought us a beautiful, really pretty board. Tokyo Highway is evil. I'm just saying.
Well, here's the thing.
I have MS. My hands don't work, and we were on a boat.
Tokyo Highway is, again, I'm not just being contrarian with you, Blake. It is definitely a dexterity game.
Oh my gosh, so much.
It is definitely a dexterity game. It is not the same kind of dexterity game as Crokinole is, because this is more all about it's more like pool.
Yeah,
but is pool a dexterity game? Kinda.
Maybe.
Because you've gotta manipulate those elements of the game and get them to bounce the way that you want them to bounce, and you do it by how hard you strike the ball and all that kind of stuff, and where you strike it and what kind of spin you put on it and all that kind of stuff. So they're both dexterity games, this and Tokyo Highway, but they're different kinds of dexterity games.
Blake says he doesn't consider Tokyo Highway to be a dexterity game. I disagree wholeheartedly. You're stacking your...
What was that?
Metal water bottle? What do you think it was?
No, that was much too light. That was something like a metal tube that the stupid orange cat decided to flick off of something.
There's no metal tube up
I'm
there.
telling you, we're going to go up there and find metal tube of some kind on the floor. That was not a water bottle. That was too light. If it had been a water bottle, it would have been much more pronounced. And it's continuing. That was metal being rolled across the floor. See? That's what that is. Stupid cat. I swear, they're a menace.
Dog toy.
No.
It's that
the
yellow
dog toys are rubber, not metal. That was a metal sound. Anyway, any good movies, good books, good shows have you consumed lately?
I have a book on my shelf that I haven't been reading, which I really need to.
That's the exact opposite of the question she has.
Good movies. I liked Fantastic Four.
Dun, 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 dun.
That will get stuck in your head. Sam's been really into
The Terminal List.
The Terminal List.
It is a.
I sleep through one episode, wake up for one episode, sleep through one.
She got literally half the story. I filled her in on the other half.
Yep.
But Terminal List is good. It has a ton of cussing in it, so I can't necessarily recommend it unless you know that cussing doesn't bother you. It bothers me in some contexts, in others it doesn't. It's a military themed show, so when I watch a military show, I'm expecting a lot of cussing. And so much so that my son comes in during one of the episodes, and one of the characters specifically drops the F-bomb religiously. And so Aiden just happened to walk in on one of those scenes, and he looks at me and goes, "Dad, why are you watching this?" And I'm like, it's a military show.
It's
part of the vernacular.
We frequently language the kids when they're watching something.
Yeah. And
language, you know.
And so, yeah. So anyway, but
I like Fantastic
it's a very interesting, like,
Mom Gamer, what should I be reading right now?
By the way, even when I don't catch live, I always go back and watch a show afterwards. It's comfort food for the soul. That's awesome. You. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you choose to go the opposite direction than the others, then you can make it easy on yourself. So in that case, the dexterity.
It says above that, Tom and Z once played it live, and Z went in the opposite direction.
Of what?
Tokyo Highway.
Oh, Tokyo Highway. It's impossible to play the game without interacting with the other players, in which case the dexterity doesn't actually matter.
I think you're right. That is such a dexterity game. You're stacking and wiggling and things.
Yeah, I get what he's saying. It's not true dexterity in the sense that this is true dexterity, but this is still a dexterity game, and that is still a dexterity game. It's just two different kinds of dexterity games.
Sumo?
Kabuto Sumo is definitely... it's very much like Crokinole, as a matter of fact, except you're not flicking, you're pushing, and you're trying to knock the other person's players, pieces off and all that kind of thing. So anyway, I've been watching Terminal List because I'm getting ready for Dark Horse, but because Dark Horse is the second season of Terminal List, but it is a prequel to the first season.
I know what we've been watching that I've been enjoying.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Go ahead.
I've been watching, it's called Eat the World with Billy and Dom.
Dom and Billy Eat the World.
Dom and Billy Eat the World. It's from two of the Lord of the Rings stars. They played Merry and Pippin.
Yep.
And they travel.
Fool of a took.
They've traveled around together. They're really, really good friends in real life. And they travel around together, and they eat food from different places and kind of experience the culture in that place.
So, yeah, each episode is in, the first episode was England, the second episode was Scotland.
Yeah.
Because that's where Billy is from.
Right.
Or William. And then the episode after that was Texas. That was the third episode.
No, they did L.A. and then Texas.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Third episode was L.A. and then the fourth episode was Texas. And so it's just like going to these different areas to sample the different cultures that are in those areas. And it's not just food, although it's primarily food. They go to festivals and they interact with...
Kind of the culture of this place.
That's a really cool one.
And it's a really good one. First off, the two actors have an honest camaraderie that shows.
Yeah.
In the video.
Here's the thing. We were going to watch this other show that you picked one time.
Get like 4 minutes in.
And it was like houses of the...
I don't even
whatever. It was like some house building thing. And
it was something
It
brainless.
sounded interesting. But the first 4 or 5 minutes of this show was this pompous, rich dude standing next to his obviously trophy
Stainless
wife.
Steel room.
And just gushing about
it was about how
designed,
people take one room of a house and make it something.
5 minutes in, I was like, I cannot watch this anymore. This is painful, and I'm not going to watch this anymore. So we turned on the next episode of Billy and Dom Eat the World, and again, couple of rich dudes,
yeah,
but totally down to earth.
And their banter is funny.
And I'm not saying they're always like that, because I know that
it's a script. It's a show.
It's a show, and they're on camera, and I'm not saying that they're always like that, but the two shows and watching those two different shows and the two different vibes that they put off, totally different.
Totally.
But
I like that one. Billy and Dom Eat the World.
Yeah.
Clarkson's Farm. No, I want to watch that. I don't know what that is.
Friends. Love that one. Friends by Frederick Backman. It is sad, though. The Land and Sea novels by Blaine Pardo are fantastic. I had to put that AR back in the fantastic. I don't know why. My name was used for the main character in book 6. Just because they named the character Brian doesn't mean that it was you.
Wait, I gotta get the title again. I need to see it. Where does it say the title of this?
Of what?
The Land and
Sea novels.
And Sea novels.
By Blaine Pardo.
Land and Sea.
I'm the kind of person that will have 3 books.
Oh, I don't multi-book.
I'm reading and switching between them depending on
what
what
I do not multi-book.
Yeah, I can't really do that either. The stories start to intertwine, and I'm like...
When I read...
You know, Captain Picard fought Darth Vader, and it doesn't make sense anymore. Blaine
Pardo.
I think there are 8 or 9 out now.
Cool.
Have you watched Clarkson's Farm?
No, I don't know what that is. Tell me, what is it?
I was reaching seasons 1 and 2 of Alice in Borderland to prepare for season 3. Is that supposed to be Wonderland, or is it Alice in Borderland?
I don't know.
And watch every episode with me, and my
person,
mom, maybe person, significant other, I don't know, with me, even though she didn't want to watch it. Mom Gamer says The Names
see, Mom Gamer and
by Florence Knapp is a brilliant read. It weaves together 3 storylines, each exploring the weight of giving her son a different name. It's powerful and consuming, though I'd give a trigger warning for domestic abuse and heavy grief. PK is here. What's up, Ken? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. It wasn't just Brian. It literally is named after me. Nuh-uh. It's not. PK says that's a sweet crokinole board. Thank you. I'll message you a link, Sam. Sure, whatever, Brian. Alice in Borderland is correct. Also, yes, it is Mom. All right, there you go. That's anime. I read manga or manga, however you want to pronounce it. Brian says Clarkson's Farm is Jeremy Clarkson from Grand Tour, the British car show, who decides to run his farm after the manager retires.
Cool.
That's pretty
Sounds
cool.
good.
I love Grand Tour and Top Gear.
I used to watch Top Gear a lot. It's kind of a funny one.
Yeah.
That was a million years ago, but I used to watch that one. And I'm telling you, the one I like now is Eat the World.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. That's pretty much it, right? We haven't been really watching anything else.
We barely have time to sit on the sofa next to each other.
That is true.
Let alone to watch something. We are watching a movie tonight. It's Friday night movie night with our family. It's my choice.
Your choice. What are we going to watch?
50 First Dates, probably.
50 First Dates. See, we don't even have powder on ours, so...
What, you put powder on them?
That's what they do. They have powder down here, and they'll sit there and rub it in, and they'll set it up and then shoot. And it's supposed to let it glide further.
Really? No, we don't do that. But it is fun.
Matthew Rose is here. What's up? What's up? Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. We're going to be heading out in about 10 minutes because we've got JT coming over at 10 o'clock, which is in about 25 minutes.
We gotta go.
No, we're fine. Setting up for JT to be here and record is easy. It's just move one camera, get a center shot.
Get your mics back.
Yeah, and put the mics back on and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like this Grand Tour was by the Top Gear guys. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I never really watched those shows. I'm much... As far as car shows are concerned, I'm much more of a, like... restoration guys or Pimp My Ride type stuff where they take a car and they fix it back up or they make it different or they restore it or From Rust to Riches is one of the ones that I watch. I think that's from Rust Valley Restoration or something like that. That's from a bunch of guys up in Canada. But those are the kinds of car shows that I like to watch where it's more like I don't care of how they drive and all that kind of stuff, how fast they go and all that kind of thing. And the fancy stuff, I'm not really... I like the stuff that they're taking something and making it new again, or they're changing it into something else that's a little bit different. Can we get a hint for what top and bottom 5 it is? Well, we just did heavy games yesterday. So we've already done lightweight games, and so now we're doing midweight games, which are basically games that are anywhere from 2, a complexity rating of 2, all the way up to 3.4. Which
2 to 3 maybe is my realm.
Well, my list is definitely going to average probably around a 2.5 or a 2.6, which is that's what I was shooting for. Yeah. I did some of the games that I wrote down on my list, on my short list, are games that are definitely within the parameter of the context for the list. Below 3.4, above at or above 2.0. But I discluded them because I just felt like they were too heavy for that list. Even though they fit the parameter, I was like, no, that's a heavier game than what we're talking about. So, Sam, have you decided whether you're going to go back the new Blood Rage? Well, I did hear that they're changing the board because of the serious amount of backlash that they got for it. I mean, they were being raked over the coals because of the way the board looked. And I did hear, I haven't read the update, but they said that they're changing the board, or maybe they didn't announce the new board. I am not. JT and I are talking about it because JT, I think from what he's told me, it sounds like the new Valhalla is going to be the kind of Blood Rage game that he likes. And I told him that I'm only really interested right now in the 2.0 of the original, like the updated whatever. You get everything in one box. And so I'm like, why don't I back it for the 2.0 and you back it for the Valhalla, and then we'll have everything, between the two of us. And he was like, yeah, maybe we'll talk about that. So that's the only thing that I've really discussed about backing it. And right now, I like Blood Rage the way it is. So I really want more information on what 2.0 actually is. Did they take the rules from Valhalla and put them into Blood Rage 2.0? Because if that's the case, I don't know that I'm interested.
Aren't you interested enough to be interested? No?
No, not right now. I really think the only way that I would back is only for 2.0. And right now, I don't know that I would back it unless JT is going to back for the Valhalla version. Because I've already got Blood Rage. So why do I need to spend another $150?
You have a good version of Blood Rage,
too. I do have a good version of Blood Rage. So I don't know that I need to.
Mm.
Well, I know I don't need to. But, anyway. The game weight thing is definitely extremely subjective. I don't really pay attention to stuff like that. It is subjective. And we do mention that, as we did on the 2 lists that we did on it's very subjective. It's all user-based. It's all I don't know what the word for it is, but not an average, but I can't remember the name, the word that's used for it, but it's putting all of everybody's weights together and coming up with a weight for the game. It's useful. It gives you an idea, but it's not precise. Intuition versus logic in life, not game. That's interesting. That's an interesting dichotomy, because for me, I think your intuition should be fueled by logic. But intuition of itself is a thing. It's just that sixth sense that kind of puts you down a certain path more, or wants you to head down a certain path more than anything else. I think it depends on the circumstance. I think if you're in a dark parking lot and your intuition is telling you should move faster, or maybe you should just go back into the store. If that's your intuition, listen to your intuition. Period. End of discussion. Don't logic your way out of that sixth sense that you have right now. But I think in other areas, your intuition might be more akin to impulse.
Sure. And
your impulse is going to carry you down a road that you shouldn't go down, logically speaking. And it would be better for you to err on the side of logic at that point. So I think intuition versus logic in life is a difficult, question to answer just from the hip. I think there's more packed in. Matthew says, I bought my Crokinole board from Tracy Boards. It is incredible and very recommended.
Nice.
Yes, comes with sand. Well, mine didn't. I didn't order sand with mine. But I might be getting some. But see, here's the thing. I think if you start putting sand on it, now it's become messy. Unless you vacuum it out every time you get done with using it. But I don't know. True, Mom Gamer says. Yeah, I think so too. All right, well, we got to get going because I got to get set up and ready to go for JT and I to record our bottom 5 and top 5 midweight games. It never fails. Every single, and it's always on the dice tower. Group of hooligans over there on the dice tower. The audience over on the dice tower, a bunch of hooligans. They cannot get over the fact that I call it the bottom five. They cannot get over it. Every single week, somebody pipes up.
Why do you name it the bottom 5? Your name is misleading.
This one was like this week. Let me find it real quick. I think it's funny. JT said. Let me just respond to him. Headed your way soon. I said, yep. So on Monday, I was planning on going over to spend some time with one of our local farmers, to buddy mine Max. And so I said, and I was like, oh man, I just realized that Monday's a holiday. Are you guys going to be out there working? He was like, oh yeah, we'll be up. So that's funny.
Farmers don't get Labor Day off.
Well, I mean, they could take Labor Day off, but I just think it's funny. It's called Labor Day,
and the farmers are out there working.
The farmers are out there working. Oh, here it is. Let me. I just got to read this one to you because I just thought it was funny. Let me go back.
You're not gonna find it.
Yes, I am. I'm gonna find it Because it's on that one right there. Oh, be quiet.
See, you have an ad.
Yeah, everybody has an ad. That's how you make money. But it's just funny. Okay, so Ace King 121212 said, "Do we refuse to make the title make sense? LOL. Why call it bottom and not just say 10 through 6?" So my reply was, LOL, because it doesn't really bother me. I find it I just find it humorous that this continues to come up. I've explained it so many times in the months that we've been doing this. We explain it in every video because we want to. At this point, I could easily say that people who want me to change the title refuse to just let me name it what I want. Why not call it bottom, you might ask? Why do people care so much? I ask. LOL. I started with an LOL and I ended with an LOL. It's just... And then another guy, he always gets on there, and his thing is Mr. Langland 7467 always just goes on there and just puts the word lower, like, and we've had this discussion before. Lower would be better. It's a lower 5, not the bottom 5. And so I just respond ... which is a synonym of bottom. LOL. Thanks for watching. Anyway, I just think it's funny. It's humorous. And that's that. We got to get going. Bottom 5 says it all. That's right, PK. When I was a kid, my mom said that Labor Day was to labor.
I mean...
Are you saying I'm not in the bottom 5? No, you're not. Thank you for a lovely show. You are welcome, Mom Gamer. Thanks for being here. If it came with sand, the cats would mistake it for a litter box. We might have a couple of fewer cats around the house if that ever happened. Bottom 5 says it all. Game with ADHD. That's right. Get out there and pull the weeds. That's right. All right, we're out of here. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. We are going to the hockey game again today. It's the Wenatchee Wild. It's an exhibition. It's an exhibition game. It's an exhibition game. They had a training camp.
It's a camp.
For the beginning of the year. They had a training camp for the beginning of the preseason. And all of the all-stars from their training camp are going to be playing against each other today at 4 o'clock. And yes, I'm going because I'm missing hockey.
I'm ready for hockey.
So we're going. And our first preseason game is next Saturday. Yeah, looking forward to that. Anyway, see you back here, folks, on Tuesday morning. We're going to be doing some more It Belongs in a Museum.
I might even be able to join you.
What? Oh, that's right. She starts her brand new schedule on Tuesday. She loves that.
I do.
She doesn't. But she's going to work it. Because that's the lemons that we're giving her, so she's going to make some lemonade. All right, so have a good one. Take care. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on Tuesday for It Belongs in a Museum. She might join us. See ya on the flip side. Have a great weekend and happy Labor Day, everybody. Take care.
Bye.